Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys I'm going to be profiling for you the 2003 Pegasus starter deck. I believe it's 2003 or 2004. My mind deceives me, but I believe it's 2003 Pegasus starter deck. If you guys haven't seen on my channel already, should have uploaded by the time this video comes out the Joey starter deck, the Yugi starter deck, and the Seto Kaiba starter deck. Should be up on my channel. If you guys would like to build this deck, I will leave in the description down below a link to a site that will show you all the cards that are in this starter deck if you like to build it for yourself, if you like to find the commons and everything, or you have them just lying around. You can just build this and have some nostalgic fun and things of that nature. So without further ado, let us get started on this Pegasus starter deck. So first off, you have your boss monster, Relinquish. Thousand Eyes did not get reprinted in this, but your boss monster is Relinquish in this build. He's the only starter deck back then to actually have a ritual monster, so you need to get him as quickly as you can, and he's very easy to get out, and if you do get him out, he can be very powerful and game-changing. Next you have your tribute monsters, which are Illusion Faceless Mage and Ryu Rioran. There are tune tribute monsters, so monsters that are tunes that require tributes, but these are your two normal vanilla tribute monsters, Rioran and Illusion Faceless Mage. Then you have your pretty good beatstick monsters, which are pretty much Urabi and Rogue Doll. The deck doesn't have a lot of good beatsticks. It has a lot of good effect monsters, so to speak, but these are your two just vanilla beatstick monsters, Urabi and Rogue Doll. These are pretty much your vanilla beatsticks, your 16 and your 15. Then you have your Giant Soldier of Stone and Aqua Medor, which are your 2000 defender monsters. So they're pretty much 2000 defense. You just set them in defense position, and if they attack, they usually live. So these are actually set up for some of your tribute fodder for your tune monsters and whatnot, which is really nice. Then you have just some vanilla monsters. You have your Toon Alligator and your Red Archery Girl. Red Archery Girl is okay. That 15 defense actually comes in handy sometimes against when you're facing like the Yugi or Seto Kaiba starter decks. And the Toon Alligator isn't out of tune even, so you can't even use him. He's just a it was a mistranslation for Toon Alligator, but he's still a tune monster apparently, even though you can't use him in any shape or form. He's not an official tune. It's kind of like Harpy's brother was supposed to be Sky Scout. Yeah. Then you have your effect monsters, which are Dream Clown, Sonic Bird, the Witch of the Black Forest, which is very good, Muka Muka, and then we're talking. These are pretty much your main effect monsters. There's a lot of flip effect monsters actually in the deck, but Muka Muka can be really good if you have a dead hand. He can get really big. Dream Clown is pretty good. Sonic Bird helps search out things for your rituals monsters. It searches out, actually I believe it's just a spell card. Yeah, one ritual spell card from your deck to your hand. So this will search out your ritual spell card, and if you have your Relinquish out. So say you, Witch of the Black Forest got destroyed, you search out your Relinquish, and then you can use Sonic Bird to search out your ritual spell card, and then you can go into Relinquish. So yeah. And the Witch of the Black Forest is an amazing searcher just in the deck for anything you really need. So, which is very good. Then you have your flip effect monsters, which there's quite a lot. You have Man-Eater Bug, Hen, Mask of Darkness, which is an amazing card because it adds a trap back to your hand. Man-Eater Bug pops a card, Hen returns a card. Pretty good. And then you have some of these other flip effect monsters, which are these guys right here. Jigu Bakudan or Jigun Bakudan is really not that good unless you're trying to kill somebody. Arm Ninja is, he's not that good, but this card's actually pretty decent. I'll read it to you guys. Flip. Your opponent draws 3 cards. Both players look at their cards. If there are any spell cards among them, discard those cards to the graveyard. So if you're facing like against a Seto Kaiba deck or Yugi deck, it can help just, I've actually the reason I even say that this is a good card just in general is because I actually decked my opponent out once. Way back in the day when I was a kid, but overall he's not that good of a card, but late game he can be useful if you're trying to deck your opponent out. really. So he's not even that decent, but he's okay. And in certain situations, though, he can be very good. But these are just not the best flip effect monsters out there, but they are running the deck, so you got to run them. If I didn't mention already, guys, the deck is 50 cards. It's a 50 card starter deck. Then you have your Toon monsters, which are fun to play with. Your Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, your Mangu Ryoran, your Toon Summon Skull, and your Toon Mermaid. So these two are the two main ones you're going to go for. Toon Mermaid and Toon Summon Skull is the best, probably, because you have enough defensive Startasticness through Aqua Madura and summons Giant Soldier of Stone to get this guy out with Toon World. But it can get complex sometimes, but these are your main Toon monsters you run. And these are the two monsters that came in the starter deck. And that's why you play them. Then you have your unique spell cards, I call them. You have your Equip spell card and Black Pendant, which is very good. Your field spell, which is Yama or Yami. He increases the attack of all fiend and spellcaster type monsters by 200 and decreases the attack and defense of fairy type monsters by 200. Toon World, which is very good. Black Illusion Ritual for your Relinquish play. These are your pretty much unique spell cards that have like little icons on the side. So yep. Then you have your very powerful spell cards, which are Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Change of Heart, Graceful Charity, MST, and definitely Rush Recklessly. Let me try to fit all these in here actually. Nicely. You have Rush Recklessly, and you actually have Fissure as well. I'll put that up here too. So these, it has a lot of very powerful spell cards in this deck. MST is very good. Dark Hole is amazing. Monster Reborn is amazing. Change of Heart's amazing. Graceful Charity is amazing. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these cards are banned. And this card was at 1 for years. Rush Recklessly is very good because it's a quick, it's pretty much like a, I'd say it's a spell early version of kind of like Honest and Collude. Because you set it, if they try to run over your monster, you flip it up and your monster gains 700 attack, so it can destroy that monster. Or it can get over something. And Fissure is just a very good card in general to have. Then we have your other spell cards. Stop Defense is actually not that bad. Ring of Magnetism is not that bad. Dion Keto, the Cure Master, is actually pretty good. Then you have Soul Release. You have Remove Trap as well. Then you have also Dispel, which is your last spell card you run in the deck. Remove Trap is pretty decent. Removes a trap, straightforward. Stop Defense is pretty good. And then you have Dispel, which is actually not that bad too if you hit something good. Then you also have some good traps in 7 Tools of the Bandit and Magic Jammer, which can really be helpful, stopping your opponent's powerful traps, especially in a starter deck duel. Wabuku and Trap Hole are very good, and Enchanted Javelin is not that bad either. As well as you have Ultimate Offering, which is a broken card itself. But these are all pretty good trap cards in the deck that are decent when you're playing a starter deck. So next up you have your Reinforcement of the Army and Castle Walls. These are actually pretty good. And Robbing Goblin is actually pretty dang good. I love this card actually. I'll read to you guys what it states. Each time one of your monsters inflicts damage to your opponent's life points, one card is randomly selected from your opponent's hand and discarded to the graveyard. It's pretty good. And then you have this card, which is useless, which is Griffin Wing. This card you won't even use. It's a dead card, but because I'm doing a deck profile in the Pegasus starter deck, you have to play it. This card is pretty much like White Hole and Anti-Regeki Break. This is for Harpy's Feather Duster. So if Harpy's Feather Duster ever comes back, this card may be decent, but I doubt it. Pretty much it just makes, if your opponent activates Harpy's Feather Duster, they Harpy's Feather Duster their own field. That's what this card does. But you're never going to use it because now the starter decks run Harpy's Feather Duster. It's pointless, but it's in the starter deck. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that Pegasus starter deck. Like I said, I believe it came out in 2013 or 2014. I'm leaning towards 2013. Like I also said, guys, down in the description below will be a list for the starter deck if you would like to play it online or in real life. Also, guys, definitely check out my starter deck videos I've already done on Red Eyes, Dark Magician, and Blue Eyes White Dragon. So the Joey, Pegasus, and Seto and Yugi starter decks. So till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling. I hope you guys all enjoyed this starter deck profile. Till next time, take care, everybody, and good luck dueling to all of you. Also, do keep in mind when you're playing these old starter decks, play by the original rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! So you get a draw in your opening hand, priority is in effect, and thirdly, if your opponent activates this field spell, they have a field spell on their field, and you activate one, you pop their field spell for that +1. So it's very, very fun to play. It's very nostalgic too as a kid, because I used to play these old starter decks. But till next time, guys, take care and good luck dueling to all of you.